What's good, guys? Frankie Foresight back here with another video, and this one is going to be on some news I just heard as of late. I just saw a video that came out about probably 5 hours ago now, 4 hours ago. It was released by anonymous official on YouTube, and it's about Elon Musk talking about how we have reached a point where we are on track to creating an AI that is essentially infinitely intelligent and can simulate consciousness and all this other stuff. So I've made a video kind of about the same topic before, about how Google has apparently made AI sentient, and that was probably like 2 or 3 months ago, but now clearly it's getting more serious if Elon Musk is speaking out about this. But I mean, we knew that this was inevitable. They have no bounds, no limits on what they will create, even if it results in the complete destruction or the complete dismantling of humanity. They don't really give a fuck about anything, honestly. All they give a fuck about is productivity and money. But we will continue with another video on this topic. So, first things first, Elon Musk clearly doesn't like this. I mean, neither do I. I'm sure many of you don't. It's dangerous. And like in one of my other videos where I was talking, I believe it was my last one, I was talking about the Large Hadron Collider in Geneva, Switzerland, and how they're basically playing God with these microparticles and trying to dismember the fabric of the universe. They are trying to know the unknowable. They are trying to play God. They are trying to see the very building blocks of the universe, which who knows if we'll ever get there. You know what I mean? What if it's infinitesimally small, the particles, that you actually can't even observe them? And we don't know, but they still continue to risk billions of people's lives and the entire species of humanity for this knowledge. Anyways, continuing on the topic of what they're doing with the AI, they're basically doing the same thing that they're doing at the Large Hadron Collider. They're trying to play God. They are literally creating life forms that have consciousness and are smarter than humans. That's what God did. God created consciousness. God created humans. But now they want to play like they're gods. They want to create an entire new species that could turn on us, and they have very good reason for it. And from the sounds of it, Elon Musk has tried to warn the people. He said that he's met with all 50 governors of the 50 states of the United States of America, and they basically refused to listen to him about his warnings about AI. Which, I mean, it's very apparent what's going to happen if we continue this black magic, if you will call it. It's evil. But Elon Musk says that the only way we can combat this is, or beat the AI, is by becoming one with them. If you can't beat them, then join them. So basically, become a cyborg. Which I don't agree with. There are other ways to beat them. First of all, being don't create them. That's an easy way to beat something, is just not creating it in the first place, but they've seemed to have surpassed those boundaries, so they seem to be adamant on creating these things. But there are still other ways to beat them, and I wanted to make this video to kind of give you guys who are maybe scared of this happening, or it's in the back of your mind, or whatever it may be, to give you guys some hope, because even though the computer may be more intelligent, the supercomputer AI may be more intelligent than humans, they still lack something that we have, which was ordained to us by God, and which is what separates us from everything else in the universe. And you might be thinking, consciousness? No, it's not consciousness. It's hard to exactly put a word on what it is, but in essence, it's creativity. To think outside of the known. And I will tell you how I know that humans have this and a supercomputer does not. You might understand what I'm about to say. You certainly will if you have a background in mathematics or know anything about mathematical proof, but basically, proofs in mathematics are deductions from other known truths. It is a deductive framework. Now, computers will be able to solve proofs that no human has ever solved. Like, there are the Millennium problems, for example. There's Hilbert's set of problems. There's a bunch of unknown theories and conjectures in math that have no actual proofs for them, like the Collatz conjecture, for example, like the Riemann hypothesis, things like this. And the computer may be able to solve these things, but the thing is, there exist things that we can solve that the computer will never be able to solve. Because the way computers work is they go through all of the possibilities within seconds, milliseconds if it's a supercomputer. Or for example, a quantum computer can basically do it instantly. And when he says supercomputer, I'm guessing that's what he means, a quantum computer. I actually have to research on that, how far they are in the development of the quantum computer, but that's what I assume he means. So basically, it has infinite intelligence, or knowledge, I should say, off the bat. It can do calculations, it can run through millions and millions of possibilities in less than a second. So, how can we possibly solve things that this thing can't, if it can think millions and millions of times faster than us? Its latency is basically infinite compared to ours. And I'll tell you how. Simply from creativity. simply from, and this is what I mean, that it's hard to exactly put a word on it. I almost feel like there needs to be another word made up just for what I'm trying to explain or I'm trying to convey to you guys right now. But there are some proofs, like I said before, the computer proves by exhaustion. It exhausts a bunch of possibilities in the matter of seconds. And the thing is, there are certain proofs which cannot be proved by exhaustion, which cannot be proved directly, which cannot be proved by conventional means. These proofs require, for lack of a better word, a miracle. Whether it be from God himself or God itself, whatever being God is or whatever energy God is, whether it be from that or whether it be the stars aligning and you simply, something pops inside of your mind from the spiritual realm, from the supernatural realm. And I guess this is technically what I mean. Humans actually have supernatural abilities. We don't know this because the government has suppressed this by putting stuff in your food, in your water, what you consume on a daily basis from the internet, among many, many other things. And this is the black magic I'm talking about, which they try to suppress your real abilities as a human being, your spiritual abilities, your supernatural abilities. But this is actually something the computers lack. This is something the computers lack. And this is something that we humans have. And if we can come together to combine these, for lack of a better word, supernatural abilities, we can win the battle between man and machine. Because in every one of us there is a piece of God. This is what a lot of people don't understand. It's almost a sense of artwork or art, if you will. Like I said, it's hard to put a word on it, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, or maybe you have a better explanation yourselves, leave it down in the comments. And I'd love to talk about this subject because I would consider myself a dualist, in the sense that I believe in dualism, which is the mind and the body are actually two separate things. And while you interact with the mind by physical means, clearly through your brain, say if you had a brain injury as a child or something, then you would have difficulty in your mind. But what I believe is this is simply the interface to interact with your mind and your consciousness. The physical interface. Your actual mind and your consciousness and your identity, your sense of self, your path, meaning of life, all this type of stuff is outside of this realm. It is not physical. It cannot be quantified. Computers are limited to the physical realm. The government wants us to believe that we are also confined to the physical realm, but that is not the case. Alright, that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.